One of them movie companies, TV documentaries. Won't you come and ask me, please? Won't you pay me $1 million to tell you what I do at the store? 'Cause if you paid me $1 million, I wouldn't have to go and do it no more. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like the song say. All the live long day, everybody's gonna know that song. For live the whole day long, all the live long day.
Somebody won't you turn your head, take a look my way. Getting old and I tell you, getting old ain't nothing new. Start again with you know.
Me and my whole crowd Monday,
Monday, it's back again.
Monday, and another cup of coffee gets the juices flowing. Another cup of coffee gets the juices flowing. Another cup of coffee gets the juices flowing. It's 1, 2, 3, get go. Just like the song say. All the live long day, everybody's gonna know that song. For the live the whole day long, all the live long. Just like the song say. All the live long. Just like the song say. All the live long. Just like the song say. All the live long. Just like the song say. All the live long day. Everybody gonna know that song. For living the whole day long, all the live long day.
Now, Amanda, where is my P&R report?
It's on your desk.
Where lies me in my hand?
I'm a project manager. I'm here at 6:30 a.m. and I leave at 8 p.m. In between meetings, I answer messages, emails, and try to avoid my boss. You always have a boss. Sometimes you have an okay boss, and sometimes you have a Satan boss. He's not right behind me, is he? Oh, I wish the walls of this cubicle were just a little bit higher. You know, I've been in many cubicles before. Been high-walled cubicles, half-walled cubicles. I'm looking to be in any cubicle at all. People would kill for this job.
I papered the wall of my cubicle with posters. I brought in fresh flowers and my favorite ceramic lamp. I even have a little collection of figurines on top of my computer. I call them computer gods. I guess I have more decorations than I thought. But, you know, in a cubicle, things like glow-in-the-dark skeletons go a long way.
Sharing a cubicle with somebody is kind of like sharing a bathroom stall. Doesn't matter how high the walls are or how wide it is, you're still in there with somebody else. And not in a sexy way.
I can see the person in the cubicle next to me through the reflection in the window. Sometimes I can see her reflection and see what she's doing. Quite often, she's emailing jokes to her sister. I also acquired a webcam, and I set it up so it points behind me, and I have a little window on my computer screen that's the webcam picture, so if somebody walks behind me, I can see them. I grew up expecting I was going to get out of college and make $1 million. I grew up expecting someone was just going to deliver a Mercedes to my front door. It's been quite a rude awakening. This is the first time in 4 generations that I have had it worse than my parents. Jobs aren't big enough for people. When you ask a person who they are, they define themselves by their job. I'm a teacher, I'm a firefighter, I'm a sportscaster. When people ask me, I say, I am Amanda McKinney. At certain points in time, I do things for a living. I have a completely different mindset than the generation before me. I don't really have any loyalty to my company because I know that they'll lay me off if it's prudent. I don't perceive that anybody my age thinks that they have a job for life. What I think they think is, all right, I'm going to get as much as I can out of this job, and then I'm going to hightail it and find something better. This is the first job of many.
I did not want to become a housewife like my mother or my sisters. Yeah, you know, I wanted something more out of life. So, there I was. 15, sitting in a coffee shop when a friend pulls up and he says, hey, I can make you $500 in 20 minutes. It was a real kick, you know? There I was doing nothing, feeling nothing. But you know, in 20 minutes, I walked out of there with $500 in my pocket. Just out of curiosity, how many people do you know that make $500 in 20 minutes work? And I was still in high school.
I think of myself as an upper-class working girl. The press call me a socialite, which is just another name for a well-dressed fundraiser. To me, fundraising is like candy. You get to talk to fascinating people and promote causes you love. What could be more delicious than that? It began in the 80s. I threw a party in Washington, D.C. for Nicaraguan refugee children. It wasn't for the Contras. Although, I'm sure that would be fun too. But fundraising is work. It's hard to separate people from their money. There's a certain finesse in approaching a potential donor. I never bring up money when I first meet someone. It's no secret. They know why I'm there. But sometimes, I like to see how long I can go before asking for a gift. Call me a tease.
It's a marketplace transaction. I managed to absorb that when I was quite young. I was a precocious child. Actually, I was sort of lonely. You see, I never envisioned myself as being attractive. I mean, I wasn't a Calvin Klein model. But I was smart, and I didn't play by the rules. Guys were mostly scared of me. They didn't want to get involved emotionally, and that was all right. It was the feeling of intimacy. Feeling more. Feeling.
The other day, I was riding around New York in a limousine after a hotel strike. And there was nowhere to go. And I thought to myself, now I know what it feels like to be a bag lady. You can't just go pick up every homeless person you see on the side of the road and take them home with you. But if you can say something entertaining, you bring a light into their eyes. Maybe that's what the word social light means.
You become yourself. I am a hustler. Even when I'm not hustling, I'm still a hustler. I don't think it's any different than working at a factory, doing the same thing over and over, 40 hours a week, coming home cut up, numb. People aren't meant to switch on and off like water faucets.
Picasso can point to a painting.
A writer can point to a book.
What can I point to? Everybody should have something to point to.
Yeah. Alright, you know what I want? I want a building. I don't know, say the Sears Tower. I want a foot-wide strip from top to bottom on that building with the names of every person who's ever worked in or on that building. So when I'm walking down the street with my son, I can point and say, see that building.
I was the one who did the design. I was the one who drafted the plans. Every detail and every line.
See that building? I ran the crane that lifted the beams.
I was the guy who worked up above.
Look at those bricks are mine.
Every detail and every line. See that building.
Look how
basically put this whole thing together. Had to deal with us and all. Yeah. Like you all are. Yeah.
Our antics.
All right. Well, from like the entire cast, we just want to say thank you and thank you for all of the work you put into this and well, thank you.